Test, 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 test. Hello, hello, good evening and welcome. I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes for everyone to join in. Remember to grab your paper, get a pencil and sharpen it. And we're gonna do some Halloween inspired sketches tonight. Hello, Heather. Hey, Aiden. Forgot to turn on the webcam. Oops. So there's a couple other things that I want to do way down the line, which include hello, Susu, which include some graphics, so that Heather and any of the other moderators don't have to promote quite as heavily. And I can put stuff in the corner and stuff. Hey Jackie, welcome. Need a little soda for this. I'm feeling a little sluggish today. I tried to do too much. Silly me. So I have a question for y'all. As everybody's joining. What's up? Hey Keith. Hello Lizette. Welcome everybody. Question for you guys. I can't decide which Mickey pumpkin to start us off with. Do we want to do one with regular eyes or one that's winking? You guys tell me. There we go. I got one for winking. Thank you, Keith. What else we got? Anybody else got an opinion here? Winking pumpkin or regular pumpkin? Winking. That's 2 for winking. We'll end the voting in a couple minutes here. Hello, welcome to the stream. All right, that's 3 for wing, so I think I'm gonna pull up a winking pumpkin. My phone here. Photo of it. I found one. All right. We can get started here. Everyone's ready, right? I'm not rushing anybody here. You guys got some pencil and paper and sharpened your pencils, right? Oh, I'm breaking my own rule here. I haven't sharpened my pencil. I'll be right back. Alright, so just like last week, I want to start us off with something to warm up with, and I have chosen the Mickey pumpkin that is very famous for being right at the front of Main Street in Disneyland, which unfortunately still remains closed after, how long has it been? Like 8 months or so now? It's crazy. I have heard though that they're opening up Buena Vista Street over at DCA. Does that mean that Main Street might also open up in the near future? I don't know. Oh, hello Sammy G. We got a couple other people joining here. Aiden M is snacking on brownies. I'm jealous. Welcome Adriana, Costa Horizon. Sammy G, are you ready to draw a Mickey pumpkin? Alright, I got my Mickey pumpkin pulled up here on my phone so I can have some sort of reference here. Alright. So remember, this is the warm-up. Make mistakes, it's okay. Laugh at what you make, it's okay. We're going to start with a circle here. Remember to make this circle slightly smaller so you have enough space on the page to have room for the ears, because the ears are pretty big. So we want just a regular circle. We're going to make it look like a pumpkin in a little bit. I just want to get the regular basic shape. Then we got to add the ears, of course. Now the ears aren't quite classic in terms of their circular size. They're just slightly smaller, I would say, if I had to guess, judging by the pumpkin that's on Main Street. So they're just slightly smaller. Because normally they'd be about a... you know what? I'm trying to think of the proportion size here. It's probably maybe like a third the size that it normally is. But it does look smaller. Now the important thing here is that once you've kind of committed to a size on one ear, try to match it with the other. That's usually the hard part. And would you look at that? I definitely did it. It's a little too big, so I'm going to just slightly darken where I want that sketchy ear, that other ear to go to, so that it's about the same size as this one. Now what I'm going to do is darken so I have one line on the outside here. And then I'm going to start adding the facial features to the eye. I'm not the eye, to the facial features. We're going to start with the eye. So what we want to do is just lightly, very lightly draw two lines that kind of bisect the face. Right in the center of that, we're going to draw a little oval for the nose. So a nice little oval for the nose. Then go up and about, we want to draw another oval that's about where the point of the oval is kind of meeting up. Like if you imagine a line here, you kind of want the bottom of the oval to meet up with this part of the nose, and then you kind of want spacing wise the same exact thing on the other side. So I'm going to just show you what the shape is going to be like. It's going to be something like that, and because we chose the wink instead of an oval on this side, we're going to draw a skinnier little sort of half oval crescent shape, and then the rest of the winking, it's like the crease of the eye. And then down here, I want to say right around here is going to be the top of the mouth. So very close to being on the same plane. I'm just checking chat. I'll check chat in a second once I get this down. So we want this shape here for what do you call this? The crease of the mouth? And then over here we want the other crease of the mouth. And then I'm going to connect this in one big shape here. Then the shape underneath the mouth. And right under the nose we're going to add a tooth. Looking at it, it looks like there's just a tooth here. And then we're going to connect the rest of the mouth here. And something like that. Now that I see the proportions of it, I want to start shaping this a little bit more and start adding the lines that make it look like a pumpkin. So I'm going to go here, down the middle. It seems like the nose is between these two lines here. Then the next line comes down around the mouth. Next line here, almost just right beside that part of the mouth, and that should be about it. You can give this a little dimension if you want. Then we can start adding the, need to take a better look at the little knot that's up here. Basically almost looks like a weird little swirl. That's all we want. We just want something to convey that that's the top of the pumpkin. I'm gonna just let you guys catch up and see. We'll finish up the ears in a second. Yeah, it's crazy how long. Hi Ashley, it's crazy how long Disneyland has been closed. I really can't believe all those restrictions that California has placed on them. And I am very sad there was no Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. I was all set to go in August, believe it or not, to start my spooky season early. Alright, so I'm gonna move on since it seems like everyone's pretty quiet here. I realize the chat can't be that active if everybody's drawing, so silly me. Alright. So really all that we're going to do to finish the ears is we're going to draw, almost think of this like beach ball lines, I'm realizing. That's what we can think of them as. Interesting shape we got going here, but they do look like ears, and that's all I really need. sort of Mickey pumpkin for everybody. And then if you're really feeling crazy, you can add a bunch of pumpkins underneath here, like they have at the park. They have like a weird bed of pumpkins that this giant Mickey sits on. It's 2 layers of pumpkins. I'm just quickly sketching them because why not? And then they surround this thing by flowers. I feel like I've heard this song so many times. And then they have a like nice little fancy thing for it to sit in. I guess it's called a planter. Then they have the fence, so you can't go too close to it. Remember, I tried jamming my camera right up in there where the fence is so I could crop it out basically and not have it in the shot. That was not taken kindly. All right. How we doing over here? I've heard so much Nutcracker already. I think that next time I'll try to find some more recent resort music that doesn't have the Nutcracker suite in it. Hello, Caitlin, and welcome. So we have just wrapped up on this. I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes, and then we'll get started on the main event here. We're gonna be doing a villain in just a little bit. Alright, this is probably a good time as any to mention the cast member pantry, which is why I have turned off super chats and any sort of donations here. If you're enjoying the stream and you'd like to, or you're feeling generous, and instead of tipping me, please go to the description. I have links to the Amazon wish list of the cast member pantry and the Venmo and website of cast member pantry. If you don't know about the cast member pantry, they basically are trying to support all of the cast members from Walt Disney World, and I think now Disneyland. They might have a California chapter, but they're trying to support all of the cast members that have lost their job, that have been let go. There's been 2 very big rounds of layoffs. The most recent one involved much of the entertainment that many of us hold dear, especially with the 2 musicals from Animal Kingdom. Very crazy that those are now, it's done. Crazy to see. And thank you, Heather, for putting the links into chat. Hello, Osmani. Hope you got your pencil and paper ready. Oh, also, before I forget, if any of you guys want to share what you've drawn or feeling proud enough of it, please feel free to go ahead and share it on Instagram or Twitter and tag me in it. Pretty please. I would love to see what you've come up with. While we're waiting here, I'm going to do a little shading on the on this pumpkin. The playlist I just ripped from a YouTube video. It's some sort of resort TV playlist from 2018. So, Sammy, whatever they were playing at the resorts on Resort TV in 2018, that's what this is. What I'm trying to do throughout, as I do these, I'm trying to determine which ones I get copyright hit for. Splice those out and kind of make my own where I know that I can not get copyright struck. I know, very sneaky, but that's the beauty of editing. I think we're going to move on in about 3 minutes. Alright, I'm going to sharpen my pencils and then I think we can get started. Alright, so because it's Halloween, it's coming right up in a few days, it's right around the corner, I felt like another villain was the most appropriate thing to do. So we're going to be drawing Hades, and I found a great photo to use. It's the one that I always see it used as a sticker on Instagram, and so I think a lot of you are going to be familiar with this particular pose and expression. Alright, so let's get started. Towards the top of the page here, we want to draw a circle. Nice and light. I'm drawing it pretty small. It's pretty small. So you can see, like, it's pretty small compared to the rest of the page. I could probably make it like 25% bigger, maybe. But I'm thinking this size because he does have this monstrous chin. I have only drawn him once before in preparation for this. I want to see how big this face needs to be. That's the big question. So, we're going to work on this chin here. It's going to be, at least if I plot it out here, it looks like it's 3 heads high, meaning the chin is two heads high. See that again? Yeah. So the chin is going to be 2 heads high and half a head over. So I'm imagine this there, and then 2 heads over. So about here is where I want the point of the chin to be. Did everybody catch that? So I want it to be 2 heads high. And then I want it to be half a head over. And then from there create a point where the chin is going to be. Alright. The proportions are everything to get this right. So from there, all you have to do is from half of the head, from about halfway down the head, you're going to draw a line that's going to connect it in a sort of circular way. You're just going to create the chin. Just like that. Because of my streaming settings, which were 1080 30 rather than 60. I'm not sure. I tried doing cinematic settings, which could be working. Looks like things are smoothing themselves out. Alright, on to step 2 here. About halfway down the chin, maybe less than halfway, third of the way? Yeah, third of the way. A third of the way down this chin part, we want to start drawing his shoulders, which are generally just this big half circle right here. As far as width goes, it's almost the width of the page, from what I can see. And then coming down here, just like the other part of the way. looks like my microphone fell. Hate when that happens. I need to like tighten something in this whole apparatus here. Whoops. Alright, but I should be heard a little bit better now. We want to add a little buckle here, and for some reason it looks like a mushroom. I never noticed this detail. Now I kind of want to watch Hercules and look for this belt buckle. And then this is going to go down as part of the robe, and then that kind of sweeps over and creates a nice little drape here across the whole thing. Now we're going to get into facial details, which I'm sure you guys are ready for. When I don't have a microphone set up by the computer, I could use the microphone from my webcam, but it sounds like garbage, so generally stay away from it. Alright, are you guys ready to add some facial features? With some more nutcracker. Perfect timing. Alright, third of the way down. We're going to add the cheekbone. Right about actually where the wherever you chose to put this guy's shoulders, that's about where the cheekbone is going. Then, slightly below the cheekbone, that's where the mouth is going to go. And we're also going to find some of the chin right here. So it actually looks like the easiest thing to do is going to be to define the chin, which is just a little bit up around here. Then take that up about halfway up that chin, and then about halfway up the chin we're going to draw the mouth right here, and then that's going to come in like this. Giving that a moment here, trying to see what proportions we're dealing with here coming up next. So it looks like we're drawing the neckline somewhere around here, so that there's just enough space to add an ear. Yeah, so there's just enough space to add an ear. Then this hairline. Alright, looks like I didn't lose the stream there. Just had a little connection issue there. I'm just going to continue on here with the rest of this face, which is just precariously coming off of the line that we drew. And the cheek, the other cheek, coming out a little bit. and then down. Then I'm going to quickly finish up the rest of the mouth. A little curved overbite bit right here. Looking at the next steps here, looks like we gotta employ some sort of weird nose. These shapes that this guy has are something else. So we want about halfway down this area, whatever this line is, we want to create an arch that turns into a nose that kind of follows where this is going. And this is going to go down towards this area here. Does it go? Yeah, it looks like it almost goes right to where this ends. Then it goes back up. Kind of follows there. Peculiar nose. There are some eyebrows here that sort of just highlight the arch. A little longer than I thought. This is strange. It's really weird when you start looking at a character and kind of analyzing it. This should have been a lot skinnier from what I can tell. This little cheekbone. And this should be a lot closer to here. So more like this. So that we can get this really weird line here. And then get this other really weird line that I'm trying to make sense of. The nose kind of kicks out a line like this to give it a three-dimensional shape. Is bizarre. So then this comes up here. Oh, this is supposed to be a smile line. How strange. Then we're going to add some teeth to the bottom and the top. Looks like the bottom teeth are smaller. I've never noticed that. Just taking a little look at chat here. I have not been watching in a little while. Let's see, we have an Alyssa, we have a Maribel. And Jackie had her volume lowered because her show was on. Oh, man. I know that this doesn't exactly match with Hades in terms of the music, but I'm glad some people are enjoying it. Alright, the next thing I need to add here is that like weird lip thing that he's got going. Kind of shelves itself right here. And then it's kind of under here. Very strangely. Man, this guy's a lot stranger than I realized. Alright, and then we gotta make room for the eyes, which are happening, I want to say around here. And similarly over here. And then we're gonna draw a circle for this eye. See how he looks here. Does he look crazy? Oh yeah, he looks real crazy. guy is just insane looking. Oh boy, I'm sorry, Hades. Let's put some fire on you. Feel bad. Then let's draw the bottom of the neck somewhere around here. What are these other lines that we see here? A line here, a line here, then a line here. Oh, right. So I'm just going to add details while you guys catch up here. So this is actually a strange little Goomba skull thing. Forgot about that. And then this whole thing has some sort of weird triangular shape to it. Hello, Jen. Welcome. So I'm just adding some details here, but really, that's kind of it. Color-wise, we're not doing anything like that. But literally, I'm watching here to look at like how it gets colored in. This is just some huge, like rounded shoulders, and the color seems to start just by his neck, so it does look like blue hair. And then they add it on top here, some sort of like little outline for that. But wow, I did not realize this guy was gonna look like this. I didn't realize he looked like this. Such a strange character, Mr. Hades. Alright, so a couple of things here. I think that in general I could have pivoted the way that he's kind of positioned, and just looking at the drawing versus what I did, his mouth and stuff, it's actually just a tiny bit smaller. Thank you so much for liking the video. But yeah, actually a surprisingly difficult character for me to feel like I got on model, just because these are very non-traditional smile lines. These, I don't know what to call these like hard-edged pieces here, and I haven't noticed a character that has had its jaw be so pronounced as him. It's peculiar. Very peculiar shape. Alright, so let's take another little breather here, a little fiver. Hopefully all of your drawings are coming out amazing and you feel like sharing them with the internet tag me in them if you are going to, at Thrills and Magic on Instagram and Twitter. If you're enjoying the stream here, instead of tipping me or offering a super chat or anything, which I have disabled, I have in the description a link to the cast member pantry, which if you'd like to donate to, I would truly love that. They are trying to raise money in support of all the cast members that have been laid off recently in the 2 rounds of layoffs that Disney has done. So instead of accepting tips or having monetization on for this video, I'd ask that you direct any hello Justine. I'd ask that you direct any sort of support to the cast member pantry, who have been kicking a lot of butt in the last couple of weeks, to support all of those furloughed and laid off cast members. So let us begin. Hi, Rachel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so here's a funny little shape that I have never drawn before, but it is kind of like a rounded pentagon. Watch me do it, and then you'll kind of understand what I mean. Kind of like a frog's head. Trying to balance that out here. Then we have this strange little eyebrow. Next up, coming up from about here, is one of the ears. So it's going to be a half circle. And then on the way back, it's gonna jut out like this, and then go back. Then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Hi Kim, thanks for joining. Then right here, this is actually going to be the rounded part of his back. I'm waiting to add the facial features here. See that it's a little... I haven't noticed before how the frames get dropped. I think next time we'll bump that up to 60 FPS instead of 30. Anyway, about halfway between the ear, where the ears are here, I'm trying to meet this, and then I'm gonna add a foot, add another foot. From there comes the pedestal that he's gripping. And then if you want to be elaborate, it is on like some sort of big pedestal like this. It's just squares within squares though, it's nothing too exciting. I'm just doing them here because I know there's a bit of delay. I love this song. guess we could add like a little thing like this to the base. Yeah, Ratatouille is great. Alright, moving on here. From his ear, weird place for his arm to come out of, because I don't see shoulders, but right here goes up, then we have an elbow which goes in right here. Is that really it? Yeah, that's bizarre. Okay, but we're going with it. And then a circle. Literally a circle with three fingers here, so you can hold those candles. And then from just next to the elbow and straight down towards the foot is the rest of the body. It does have a little curve to it. Alright, so on this side, let's do the same thing. It does have a little roundedness to it. And then there's the hand. Now he's supposed to be holding 2 candles. Looking at the rest of this is a knee. For some reason his knee comes up back here. Then let's draw a nose here. So just below the center of this here. And almost like weird turned up pig shape. No, that's not quite pig. Not sure what type of nose to call this, but I'm going to color it in because it looks like that's what we need to do here. Then give it 2 little dots for eyes, which I will quickly color in. And then 2 smile lines. And then the actual smile is like a big old boomerang. From here, we want to draw some jaggedy teeth. And then a tongue. There's our happy little gargoyle. So, the question now is, what do we put in his hands? Because it could be a candle. I might put a candle in one hand. But I'm kind of thinking I'm going to put a cute corn dog in one of his hands. So what I'm going to do is draw a stick here, and then just as much room as I have on the paper, draw a cute little corn dog. Now, should he have 2 cute corn dogs, or should I put another food in his hand over here? I don't know if I have anything for like. Let me look up what kind of cute food we could do as a second thing. did we have? I know we had Dole Whip, but he's not in a position to have or enjoy a Dole Whip. Wow, they didn't really... This guy didn't do more food. I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Oh, you got to see him during Festival of the Arts? That's pretty awesome. I got to meet Dave Perillo, but never Jared, but I haven't really bought any of his artwork just because the Kingdom with cute stuff, I appreciate it for its design, but it's not really my thing. I bought it for other people because I thought it was their thing. Like, I don't know what else to give him. A churro? Should he get a churro? I'm gonna give him a churro. So let's give him a nice Disneyland churro. Draw the face first, and then I'll draw the kind of the what is that? The corrugation of the churros. And there we go, an original. We haven't done this one yet. I own most of Perillo's stuff that he's done since 2018. So I have about 20 of his... He has a really weird size that he does his prints in. But I have 4 of them hanging up right in front of me. So like this is actually one right here. Another one here. So I have 4 there. And then I don't know if you were here for one of my chats, but I have like a bag of them, basically. Does a churro need like a sauce of some kind or anything like that? Should I put a little like thing of sauce right here on the ledge? So we can enjoy that later. And we'll put a little bit of a little drip of some kind there. Sure, why not? The lack of space never stopped me. I basically live on top of my Disney collection. Cheers. What I wish I could do, but I don't think I can, is put like a Mickey hat on him instead. That would have been cute. Alright guys, so I think that's gonna do it for this week. So, reminders. Say hi to me. Oh gosh, they're talking about the Haunted Mansion merch that dropped. Bless all of you that waited in those lines. That's all I have to say. But a couple of reminders. I have links to Cast Member Pantry, which we are trying to raise money for. An amazing cause trying to help out all those furloughed and laid off cast members. Next up, if you want to share any of your drawings, please tag me in them at Thrills and Magic on Instagram and Twitter. I would love to see what you came up with during this fun, crazy hour. And as we get into this, and next week, I'm hoping not just to have only the webcam, but some stuff to put up, some sort of graphics and stuff like that, maybe. And it's just going to evolve from there. So I hope you've had a great time. I certainly have. And I will see you guys next time. I'm going to leave the music playing for a little bit. And I'll leave the gargoyle up for a little bit while we chat a little bit. and I'll give it about 5 minutes, and then we'll call it.